What is up, everyone? It is your boy PW, and what I should say is Guten Tag, mein Name ist Prince Weasley. For those in Germany that understand that, I did do German when I was younger, but yeah. Anyway, just thought I'd just do a brief introduction. So, for those that don't know me, I do a number of live reactions to various different artists from across the world, and I absolutely love music. My two favourite artists are James Arthur and Dalton Harris. So both of them I've done live reactions to, but James Arthur obviously was on The Voice Germany Final 2019. Now, what was really annoying is I did this live reaction this morning. I thought I'd get up, video's just been released, and I can do a live reaction for everyone that likes to tune in and watch my live reactions. Put it up, and loads of people kept messaging to say that the audio wasn't working. But thankfully, I can see the audio is working this time. So let's go ahead, let's do this live reaction, and let's see what it's all about. So this is James Arthur and Fidi Steinbeck singing Quite Miss Home, which I absolutely love, on the Voice of Germany Final 2019. Now, just as a brief disclaimer, I did say on the last one, which I want to mention this time, when James did his Quite Miss Home live at the X Factor last week, it wasn't the best. Now, that isn't a criticism to James. I believe that there was a technical difficulty with his headphones or the sound system, and it was really loud. And what that means is then you can't really tune properly to the piano, and it'll be really unbearable when you can't quite get those notes out. So it wasn't his best performance, and I have seen him; he's incredible live several times. So let's hope, first and foremost, that they've sorted out the audio, because he is amazing when he sings this. And I don't really know much about Fidi Steinbeck, so what the style of singer that she is, what she's been like on The Voice Germany. Obviously, she's pretty good because she's in the final. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens here. So without further ado, let's crack on. Let's see what it's all about, and let's see what they do.
The kitchen while you smoke outside. You're careful not to let the smoke inside. I always tell you it's poison, but I know it helps to take the edge of the day.
We get a drink before it's closing time. The one on High Street with the blinking sign. All of these memories feel poignant, but I won't be there to see the snow melt away.
Okay, so I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. The beginning part of this video, for me, I don't think it's fantastic. But I believe that to be, they're just starting off. They're singing live on a live show. She's probably extremely nervous because she's in the final. But like I said, I don't know how she sings normally, her style, the type of music that she sings. But I'm hoping that obviously these guys loosen up a little bit going into this, and I if I remember correctly from earlier, they do. But I just wanted to reference that again. And like I said, it's not a criticism to James or a criticism to Fidi or Fidi. I just think that knowing how Quite Miss Home is sung and how it should be sung, I've never heard James sing it with anyone else before, and I've seen a lot of his performances. So let's crack on. Let's see what else happens, and let's go.
Oh,
there he is.
Yeah, I've been gone on business.
Right. That right there. Sorry to pause again. Sorry, but that right there, the harmonies are spot on. Now that is what I expect. Now that, if that continues for the rest of this particular performance, is going to be really good, because they're complementing each other, they're harmonising. So James is obviously taking the lower register, and then Fidi is taking, is it Fidi? Five must be Fidi, is taking the high register, and it's harmonising really well, which I really like, and it sounds quite beautiful when they harmonise.
I gotta make some money.
Really nice.
I really feel the distance, and I'm quite this home, and I'm telling me to leave my shoes at the door, 'cause you just swept the floor and the dirt drives you crazy. Yeah.
Quietness home, 'cause it feels like poetry when the rain falls down on the window while you're in my arms and we're watching the TV. Oh, quietness home.
Yeah, quietness home.
So what's really interesting with James is he's been really supportive. I don't know whether you caught that back there, but he was looking at her and nodding, encouraging her. Now, it must be quite daunting for her, and I don't mean this in an arrogant way whatsoever, but I think it's fair to say James Arthur is a world-known musical genius. He is a celebrity. He has been in the music industry for a long time. He's released millions of different records that have got one of the songs on YouTube. He's only one of 9 artists to hit 1 billion views. That's one of 9. Now, if you think how many artists there are out in the world, he's one of 9 to have done it. So he's right up there, the creme de la creme. Whether you like him or not, I'm not really interested. This is just about a live reaction to James Arthur and this particular performance. But the point is, he is right up there, and he's recognised in Germany. And as a non-celebrity in Fidi Steinbeck, she probably feels a little bit overwhelmed, which is why I'm hoping that James's support during this and her getting more and more into the track is going to be really beneficial for her.
I'll smell you cooking from the living room, and then I tell you that I love your food. I know it doesn't come easy, but you know it reminds me where I'm from. Oh, I'm in another city.
So good.
I got nobody with me, and it just really hit me that a quietness home. And I miss you telling me to leave my shoes at the door, 'cause you just swept the floor and the dirt drives you crazy. Yeah,
Quietness home.
'cause you feel.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have reacted like that. Okay, so one of the things, if you don't know me, I absolutely love music, as I've said, and certain music and harmonies are my favourite type. And what happens is when harmonies are on point, like Remember Monday, for example, whenever they, or Calabria, whenever they sing, the hairs on my arms stand up because it really, really does something to me, music. And I can't quite describe it. If you know what I mean by that, you totally get what I'm referencing. Music for me is key to my life. I love being able to unwind, engage, feel the emotion of a song, and I guess that's really why I do the live reactions here. But right there, knowing how Quite Miss Home goes, James is on point, and I know that's a stupid comment to say because it's his song and he knows how it goes, but there are a lot of artists who don't sing live, or can't sing live, should I say. I won't mention any because I'm not going to get into a big Twitter war over who can and can't sing. But James is on point, and you heard right at that point from about 2:20, she came in and it wasn't in key. It wasn't the right notes, and you need that oomph. You need that oomph for this song to really carry it home. One of the things with Quite Miss Home is it starts off with that nicely, softly, and then it progresses and it builds and the crescendo gets louder and louder, and it really takes you to a whole new place and makes you really feel uplifted and really going for it because it's just a powerful song. And that bit there wasn't great. Now, again, I'm not criticizing or saying she's rubbish, just simply saying there was a mixed note there, and it's a live reaction. I'm just being honest and true. I love her capability and her vocal capability when she's harmonising with James. She's on point. And if I remember correctly with this, James joins in a minute to help her, because at the end of the day, this is the final of Germany's The Voice. And you really need to put in a phenomenal performance to obviously win it. You really want the best. You really, really do. Because if you fall flat on the final, you just don't really go anywhere. But yeah, I know James joins in a minute, but I just wanted to mention that point again. It's just a general comment about that particular section and what that song should do, and the way she did it wasn't as good. But I'm just being honest.
Feels like poetry
Now,
when the rain falls down on the window. I are in my arms and we're watching the TV. Yeah, I quite miss home.
Yeah, quiet miss home.
Oh yeah. And I quite miss home.
And I miss you telling me
To leave my shoes at the door, 'cause you just swept the floor and the dirt drives you crazy. Oh, I just miss home, 'cause it feels like poetry as the rain falls down on the window. I
you're in my arms and we
watching the TV. Oh, I quite miss home.
Das war nochmal schön. Fidi Steinbeck zusammen mit James Arthur. James, by the way, welcome back. Yeah. How was performing with Fidi? Oh, sorry, yeah.
Sorry. She's amazing. She's a real artist. Authenticity it oozes from her, so it was an honor to perform with her.
If you ever need a cello in your songs, you could ask for her.
Yeah, I mean, anytime. You are my new cello
Oh,
flair.
Sounds perfect.
But you
das
can do better
merken
than
wir
that.
uns, das merken wir uns hier, ne? Das hast du drauf hier, das kannst du ihm drauf festnageln irgendwann. Why should the people vote for her? Perhaps you could say it into the camera.
People should vote for Fidi because she would make great albums. She's a real album artist. She's authentic and just brilliant. And I think she's the real deal.
The real deal. Das ist geil. James, thank you so much for coming. Und Sie zu Hause, wenn Sie sagen, hier, the real deal, dann rufen Sie auf jeden Fall für Fidi an, 01379 78 78 und du hast die 04 oder natürlich die 04 per SMS an dreimal die 4, dreimal die 1 schicken. Dankeschön. Dir Daumen drücken. Und James, thank you so much. James Arthur, ladies and gentlemen, und Fidi Steinbeck. So, die Staffel neigt sich dem Ende entgegen.
okay, so we're in for that. I was hoping maybe to hear some of the the judges' comments maybe afterwards, and I have used a different video this time because the one I used yesterday there was a couple of discrepancies with the recordings. Anywho, so overall thoughts of this performance. Okay, so James, much better performance, quite same. Actually, really spot on. Absolutely fantastic. Golden vocals to the point. Just sublime. Absolutely spot on, James. Hat off to you. Really good. So with Fidi or Fidi, Steinbeck. Sorry. She started off nervy. And I think that was evidence, and I think that's just stating the obvious because obviously it's a huge performance, it's on the final. I'd be really interested to know whether she really knew that song or whether she had struggles with doing that song in rehearsals. I only ask simply because she at points didn't feel like she knew the song. And that's just my perception of the particular performance. I thought when she got into it and she harmonised with James, she was exquisite. I think that she had a beautiful voice, and I think they very much worked well together and complemented each other in a wonderful way, especially when the harmonies came in. That was just spot on. I think when she sang solo, as I mentioned on a couple of points, it wasn't the best. But again, that's why I asked that question, whether she knew much about the song beforehand, or whether she was struggling with it really, or maybe whether it wasn't in her natural key or register that she's used to singing it. Again, that could be quite a huge thing for when you're performing live. You know, if James wanted to do it in a set key and register and she wasn't too comfortable with that because of how she sings and her style, then that could explain why she wasn't at her solo points as good as I would have liked her to be. But overall, I thought she did a really good performance. I think that she's obviously, as James has said, she's got that authenticity. I think she's got that uniqueness about her, and I'm actually really keen to go back and see her singular performances to see how she fares with when she's singing on her own. And obviously, she must have done really well, and she must be really good because she's in the final, as I've said. So, yeah, I'm going to go and check her out, see what it's all about. I wanted to give the real deal and authenticity with myself to this live reaction. Like I said, unfortunately, I did it this morning, and because it wasn't working, it caused a bit of an issue. So I've had to do it again. So I have seen this, yes, but I haven't seen this video. Yes, it's the same aspect of it, James and Miss Steinbeck singing the song, um, but it was different video scores, different quality. Anyway, my point is, overall, really good. James, fantastic. He is an absolute superstar, and it would take quite a lot to sort of come up to his level. I think the only time I've ever seen that is when Dalton Harris and James Arthur sang "The Power of Love" on the X Factor final last year. So yeah, that's my opinion. I hope you like the live reaction. If you're interested in other live reactions that I've done, then please check out the playlist just below in the description. There's a wide variety of different live reactions I've done to various different artists from across the world. And if you wouldn't mind checking out some recent adverts or tweaks I've made to some famous scenes from movies, I've put them in the James Arthur live reaction playlist. The reason why I'm highlighting those is because this particular song, Quite Miss Home, I put to, let's just say, a pre-existing John Lewis advert, and I think it fits perfectly. I think James Arthur's Quite Miss Home could be a Christmas number one. I think it certainly deserves to be on a John Lewis advert for sure, because he has just got that mesmerising voice, he's got that quality, he's got that pure skill, and you just can't teach it, in my opinion. So check it out. I'm really keen to see what you think. I've also done two other videos, which are to the wedding scene from Twilight. Yes, I've done that, and I've done used James Arthur's song Maybe from his latest album You, and I've also done Rocky. So I've mixed various different Rocky scenes from the overall movie and used his song You from the same title, You, for his album. Check them out, let me know what you think, and if you like them, please share them out. I would be ever so grateful. So thank you once again for joining in. Really appreciate your support, and I hope you like this live reaction. Bye bye.